Hey, how's it going? How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my previous English book review video, which was my very first attempt to create a video in English. And it was kind of fun, and I found it like such a great opportunity for me to like use English and practice my English, and like hopefully it will turn out like some kind of record of like me improving my English skills. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video and some upcoming videos too. And let's get started. Well, this time I read Hear the Wind Sing and Pinball 1973 by Japanese author Haruki Murakami. Well, I'm not proud to announce this here, but even like as Japanese, I've never read like any books by Mr. Murakami before. Well, it's just because like I have this impression about his novels that it's kind of like difficult to read, difficult to understand. It's kind of like classic almost. So I kind of like stayed away from his books, but finally I'm heading towards 30s and I thought I should give it a try, so here I am. So here's the first part of the book, which is Hear the Wind Sing. Well, to be honest, I don't know what to say. Well, this is my very first book by Haruki Murakami to read, and well, I enjoyed reading it. But somehow I feel like I haven't digested it well yet. Well, I think this is a kind of the book that you need to read over and over again. Well, I would definitely read it again, but I feel like not now. I feel like it would take time for me to like really enjoy this novel. I feel like my brain needs to grow first and like have more experience of reading books, and then I will enjoy it again. So I will just like let the book sit in the shelf for like another 10 years or something, and I tried it again. Well, the story is this about this kid in college who is spending his summer break at his hometown. The story takes place just this 18 days during this summer break. Well, not many characters appear in the story, and it's not written like chronologically. Well, I heard someone saying like he wrote it chronologically, but like at the end he changed the order and mixed them up, and then it turned out like this form of the novel, which totally understandable. But well, so it goes back and forth. So like it's kind of like not easy to follow the storyline. Well, so here's the thing. The story makes sense anyway, but it will make more sense once you started using your brain to read, I guess. I'm so embarrassed to say this, but to be honest, my comprehension level is too low to understand and like deepen the message or meaning of the story. But I can tell that like if you read it like several times, you will notice like there's more behind what's actually written. Well, I see like some like book reviews are saying like, oh, this story doesn't have any storyline, or like doesn't have any events or anything. But I personally disagree. If you read it like with your brain like more carefully, you will notice like more connection. There's like a connection between things that are mentioned. And for me, I think that like reading this book is like never-ending journey for me. It just so like the time frame wise, this like each item or each songs are so connected to like what like people are experiencing in that era of like 1960 something. Like there's a huge transition in Japan that like from 1960s to 1970s, and that thing is so like connected in the story, like that appeared in like characters background or like items or songs that I mentioned. So like if you're like expert of like Japanese history, like modern Japanese history or something, you will definitely enjoy this novel, I would say. But now for me, I don't know if I want to like keep reading like his novel. It just, there's like tons of metaphor in this novel, and I'm pretty sure there will be tons in his other works. And like I don't know, I don't know, just I don't know. And this is the one I read after the Hear the Wind Sing, which is a Pinball 1973. Or is it 1973? No, 1973. Oh, so well, after I finished reading this, I finally thought, like, I felt like I finally got how to read like Haruki Murakami's books. Surely he has his like own writing style, and when I first read Hear the Wind Sing, I didn't get that at all. Like I was so confused by the way of his writing. But after this Pinball 1973, I finally like got used to it, and I started like enjoying it. So until the exact middle part of the story, I had that like same impression as the Hear the Wind Sing, which is like, I don't get it. Like, what's the point of the story? I just don't get it. But then when you get that point, and the story started to flow well, and like what author wants to tell, or the message of the novel got like clear and clear. And yes, well, I finally realized that like Mr. Murakami uses a lot of like symbolism or metaphors. Well, I wasn't paying attention to those much, but like when I hit the part the switch panel appears in the story, I was like, damn, there's so many like metaphors or like symbolism that I missed already. So, well, whoever is going to read this book, I really recommend you to like pay attention to like those like items or like persons, or like the story behind the persons, or like story in the story, or like the what the characters are saying like in the conversation. There's a lot of like metaphors or symbolism, so like pay attention to those. Or like if you like, you can like take notes, or like some like write down some predictions or something, so that like you will like keep those in your mind. And if you do that, at the end of the story, everything is going to like make sense. Like at the end, you will like you will do like this, you will experience this, oh, that okay, that makes sense, kind of thing will happen. So compared to the one before this, Hear the Wind Sing, the Pinball 1973 has like more clear storyline, especially after the middle, like the latter half of the story. In that point, I really enjoy reading it like more than Hear the Wind Sing, because that novel didn't have any storyline at all for me. Pretty sure there is if you like paying attention to it, but like I didn't get that. And the message that Haruki Murakami is trying to tell in this novel Pinball 1973 is very clear throughout the story. Even at the very beginning of the story, which is kind of like prologue kind of thing, where he talk about like some story about like person from like Southern in Venus, and like there's a part that he says something like very abstract, and which is kind of message, the very important message is there. And from the point you can predict what he's trying to say in this story. So, and after that, those like the message he was trying to tell is kind of like consistent throughout the story, so like you will not like miss it. Well, thanks to that, I felt like I enjoyed more this novel than Hear the Wind Sing, and I kind of felt a little satisfied after reading it. Well, thank you for watching this English book review video. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got a little interested in these novels. Like these two are not famous like among his novels, but like if you want to know like because this is like starting point for Mr. Murakami's writing in Korea, so like I think it's fun to read them, and it was fun to read them. But like if you really want to enjoy them, like you need to like if you know a lot of like Japanese history, like especially those times that like transitioning time after the war, you will enjoy it more. And like those like metaphor and symbolisms will be really fun to like follow. Well, please leave any comments below. You can say, oh Hiro, your review sucks, or anything. Like I really appreciate any kind of comments. So please leave any comments below. And I'm planning to read like more novels by Haruki Murakami, so if you're interested in them, please stay tuned, and if you want you can subscribe my channel. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.